guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I've done before on my channel. Like I said in a previous video, I really want to do more of the things that I like to do on this channel other than just makeup and tutorials and hauls and all that fun stuff. As much as I love doing that, I am a multifaceted person. And one of the facets is that I like to work out, and I like to go to the gym and I like to pick up heavy things and I put them back down. This video is going to kind of be just a few tips that I would have for somebody who isn't that comfortable with being at the gym yet. Maybe it's your first time going, maybe you've gone and like you get nervous, whatever. I just have a few tips. They're in no order, and like I have pages of like scribbles of things. And I have lipstick on that page because I haven't taken my makeup off yet, but you know, I'm gonna leave that in the video. Anyway, I have pages of things that I would recommend to somebody new at the gym. And I'm just gonna start. I'm not gonna number this list, it's just gonna be like a jumble of tips, and I'm gonna start with don't be afraid. What I mean by don't be afraid, I mean like don't be afraid to venture into the gym in the first place, because I know a lot of people are afraid to just go to the gym because they think people are going to be watching them, which is totally not true. People judge people everywhere, and you know, that won't go away at the gym, but it's not amplified at the gym. They're not going to stand there and like point at you like, haha, you don't know what you're doing, you're new here. No, that doesn't happen. That happens on the streets, at work, at school, anywhere. People will judge, and you just need to learn to ignore it. Who cares? You do you, let them worry about themselves and their problems. If they want to sit there and stare at you the whole time, good on them, because they're just watching you be a better person while they sit there and do nothing. Most people aren't watching you. They don't care. They're too busy focusing on themselves and being afraid that someone else is watching them. Because the same things that you're feeling, so is everyone around you. We're all human and we all have these fears. And the other thing I mean by don't be afraid is don't be afraid of weights. I know that as a female, we are force-fed from like the day that we're born that if we pick up anything that weighs more than 2 pounds, suddenly we're gonna look like a man. Which is not true. Because think about it, that school bag that you carry is probably like 10 pounds. Your laptop, when you move a chair, any, like, daily life is heavier than 2 pounds. It's just a fact. And for some reason, once it's made out of iron, oh god no, you're gonna get bulky, you're gonna look like a man. I've been weightlifting for 4 years now, and I don't look like a man. And even when I flex, I still have feminine shape to me. If anything, weightlifting will firm you up, it'll tone your muscles. You're gonna look so much better if you pick up weights than if you don't. And before I started weightlifting, I had a pancake booty. I had no butt. I just thought that was my fate. I was never gonna have a butt. It was just, that's just my life. Weightlifting can give you a butt. Don't be afraid to squat with something on your back. Don't be afraid to pick up the 10-pound weight. Don't be afraid. Just do it. And even if you're the only girl that is brave enough to go and walk over and pick up a weight, good on you. Don't be afraid of the machines. Don't be afraid of the iron. Don't be afraid. Just because it's all guys there, like, that just makes you look like that much more powerful of a woman. And if you're the first one there, maybe you will encourage somebody else to have the bravery to step over there with you and also try to pick up a weight. I am the biggest advocate for weightlifting, so don't be afraid. Now, just because you're gonna walk over there and you're gonna sit down on a machine, you're gonna start doing it, if you can move, like, say you sat down on one of those leg abductor things, that's just my favorite reference point because I see this all the time. If you can sit there and flap your legs back and forth like 100 times while playing with your phone, you're not doing it right. You need to be struggling a little bit. It should not be comfortable. It shouldn't be painful. You shouldn't, like, not be able to shove the machine at all. But you should be able to do about 10 to 12 of every move about 4 times, like 4 sets of 10 to 12. That's usually the general good workout area. So if you're sitting there just flapping away, talking to your friend, reading a magazine, you're not doing it right. But at the same time, don't go putting that thing on 400 pounds and like just trying and you end up like looking like a gremlin. That's not right either, because you could hurt yourself really badly if you're doing it with the wrong form or too heavy. And those are other tips that I'm kind of shoving into the same tip. Like, make sure your form is right. Never sacrifice form, and always make sure your movements are controlled. If you're just like pumping it out, you're not really working out the muscle either. You need to control the movement. The return to the starting point is always the part that's working the muscle more. So say you're on a machine that you're doing a chest fly, This part you can do a little bit faster, but then on your way back, make sure that your movement is controlled, because this is the part that's really working out your muscles. And if you think you're doing something wrong, don't be afraid to pull out your phone and look up how to do the move correctly. Because I know it might be hard to like ask somebody at the gym for help. I get it. You don't want to talk to people there. Totally understandable. The great thing about smartphones nowadays is you can just go to YouTube and look up how to do a Smith machine squat and make sure that you're doing it right. My next tip is that you should make a plan. Don't go to the gym once and be like, oh, I went to the gym once, now I'm good. I did it. I went to the gym. Try to make a plan to go 3 to 4 times a week at least, because to see actual changes in your body, you're going to need to make this a routine. I believe it takes 21 days to really make something into a routine, so stick to it. Don't just go once a week. Don't go for like 10 minutes and be like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. Really push yourself. Make it something that you want to do. Find things at the gym that you enjoy doing. If you're not into weightlifting like I am, go to classes. But another thing that I really want to say is don't just be a cardio bunny. Cardio is good to an extent. If you're only doing cardio, you're not going to end up with the body that you want. It'll help you melt off most of the fat, but then you're going to want to like shape up. So you're really going to need to do something to work those muscles. So don't just like sit on that elliptical on like level 1 for 2 hours and be like, yeah, I got to work out. I'm going to go get a smoothie after this. That's not going to get you the body that you want. You really need to work hard and really push yourself to go a few times a week. Have a plan, maybe write it out on your phone or on a piece of paper, like I'm gonna do this machine this many times with this much weight. We're gonna work on shoulders today, and tomorrow we're gonna work on biceps, and just really have a plan. Stick to it. It will get easier and it'll get more fun and you're gonna love it. Especially once you start seeing the changes in your body, you're gonna become addicted. Especially if your butt starts looking nicer, you know you're gonna be doing squats every single day. That's another thing. Don't work the same muscle every day, you gotta let them rest. Make sure you have rest days. That's a good point I didn't think of until just now. Make sure you have rest days. That sounds ridiculous, right? Like, oh, but you just said that you need to go to the gym and this many times a week and go and go and go. But you also need to let your muscles recover, rest and recover. Ask a friend to go to the gym with you. Friends are the greatest motivation, because when you go with somebody, you're suddenly accountable to go to the gym at this time on this day with them, and you know, you kind of have this sense of competition, like, oh, I need to move this weight like 4 times because they're going to do it 4 times and I don't want to look like I don't do anything. It gives you this fun push to work harder and strive to be better. Make sure that, say you're doing a bicep curl, make sure you're feeling it in your bicep. You shouldn't feel it in your tricep, you shouldn't feel it in your glutes. If you can feel a bicep move in your glutes, you are doing something insanely wrong and you need to sit down and look up how to do it, because you don't want to be feeling it in the wrong places, because that means you're doing it wrong. But along with feeling it, it shouldn't hurt. Like, soreness is one thing, but if it hurts, that you need to sit down again and think about what you're doing wrong and figure it out and do it right. Get cute workout clothes. I dress in mostly all black except like my pop of color from my sports bras. If you want to wear a rainbow suit to the gym, wear a rainbow suit. Make sure that it's comfortable and you feel cute in it, because you know, when you look cute, you want to work out more. Make sure you have a good pair of shoes. I started working out 4 years ago and I went running outside in Converse, and oh my god, I hated it. Because Converse are not meant for running. There are different shoes for different arches of your feet. There's different shoes for different workout things that you're going to be doing. Find a good pair of shoes. Gym music can sometimes suck. If you're not into top 40 hits, you might want to bring a pair of headphones and your iPod or your phone with Spotify or whatever and just plug in, and that makes it so much easier to just focus on yourself and no one else around you, and you hear the music that you like and you're inspired and you just really want to like pump it out. Unless you like top 40 hits, most gyms play those. But sometimes someone else is working and they control the radio and they're suddenly going to blast country music and you're not into country. So I think that just about wraps it up for my first fitness related video on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I love fitness. It is such a big part of my life. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know down below. And if there are any fitness related videos you would like to see from me, also let me know. I'm totally going to do a weight loss journey video, which has become more of a fitness and health journey. Now I'm actually going to go to the gym. I have these clothes on for a reason. I'm going to go to the gym now, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!